Hi everyone, it's Brett from Beyond Fitness Coaching at Little Gym, and I've got my box of tissues, my Kleenex, may even be aloe vera, sick, and speaking of sick, I'm sick. So one of the questions I get a lot is, should you train when you're ill or sick? Well, it depends, okay? There's no simple answer to that. But what we can do is, I have maybe just a cold, I might sound a bit nasal, I've been just sneezing, coughing a little bit, but basically I just feel a bit crap. Nose is running, I feel a bit weaker than normal, so the question is, do I train? I don't have a fever. That's the crucial thing. What I don't want to do is raise my core temperature. So the decision then is, can I train? Probably. Are my energy levels lower than normal? Absolutely. Is my focus okay? Alright, so I've been drinking a lot of water today. I feel pretty focused. I feel a bit run down. Didn't sleep that well, but otherwise I'm actually okay. So yeah, am I sick? Absolutely. Should I train? I think I'm going to be okay. So the first part of this video is me talking to you about training when I'm sick. I'm going to do an edit to a part of the training I'm about to do, which is legs today, so it's brutally hard stuff. I'll put a bit of an edit in for that, see how I'm going halfway through the session, and then I'll round it up with a short video at the end to see how I went. So hopefully that'll help you all to make your own decisions whether you should train when you're sick or not. Okay, bye. I'm back again, so I've now started the workout. I'm in the third set of my hip belt squats using cable. Definitely my temperature increased, but I'm exercising, so of course it will. Nose is running like crazy, but I still actually feel pretty good. So these hip belt squats are my first exercise for legs day. I'll show you what that looks like so you get some idea of the intensity. The weight I'm lifting on hip belt squats is 85 kilos, that's about 10 kilos above body weight. It's a very leg or quad centric movement. It's very hard, brutal stuff, but great exercise. So if you've got access to a hip belt and cable machine, brilliant, you can copy this exercise. But I want to see how this affects physiology, mental state as well, and see if I can cope with having this flu and still training. Sorry, not flu, cold. So I'm trying to get, there you are, trying to get 13 reps. All right. Oh, yep. One. No, it's nothing. Oosh. 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 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. They are so brutally hard, those exercises. So, excuse me, my nose is starting to run. That's my 3 sets of 15 for 85 kilos on isolating the quads. How do I feel overall? My energy levels are definitely way down, but my concentration and how I actually feel about the strength aspects is still pretty good. So I'm going to push through and come back with maybe when I'm doing squats after I've done the isolation movements. Bye for now. Okay, haven't died yet. So in the second lift, I'm doing hip belt and cable rear lunges. So I've still got the hip belt on, and I've got 70 kilos for 13 in a rear lunge position. These are again really hard. So I do, what does it say? 13 per leg, so 26 total. Just a really hard movement. This is another isolation movement before I get onto squats. So energy is really low. Just drinking lots of water, keep me going, but strength feels good. Strength feels really good, but energy is really low. I just got the Kleenex behind me. I don't know if you can see the box back there somewhere. So I'm using, going through a fair few Kleenex. So I'll show you this movement. It's not easy. I want you to see what I'm training when I do legs, and know that, you know, if we're talking about can you train when you're ill or sick, if you train on this type of program where it's quite intensive, and only a minute break, apart from me doing this video which is taking more than a minute, it's pretty brutal. You can do it. All right. Now the leg. This is really hard. My right leg is not as strong as my left. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 5. They are so hard. Isolates thighs, butt, hamstrings, and I try to lean back against the cable to keep constant tension back all the time. Again, my apologies, my nose is just running. It just really activates the sinuses and so forth when doing that. Again, in both the first exercise and the second one, I've increased in repetitions and tonnage. So effectively I've got 2 personal bests in the first 2 exercises. Third exercise now in the leg day is squats, barbell squats, but I've massively pre-fatigued the quads, hamstrings and glutes from these 2 isolation exercises. So there's not much left to do barbell squats. I just lift the heaviest weight I can. Again, I'm looking for a personal best. See how I go. Back shortly. Okay, so this is the last part, or major part of my thigh workout, leg workout. I'm going to do barbell squats with what energy I've got left. The 2 major isolation movements before this just wiped out my thighs, so I can only lift 70 kilos for about 15 reps. It's the best I can do, so, but I'm trying as hard as I can. Nose is actually backed off a bit, so I'm just hot because I've got the air conditioner going, which is great, but I'm working hard here. So let's see how this last set of 15 goes and see if I don't collapse. That took pretty much everything I've got left. As you can see, I almost missed the hooks. Just totally exhausted, strength-wise and aerobically. I'm buggered. So to really grind out those last, and the nose is going. So this is the last major exercise on legs. I've got calves after this. I'm not going to stop. I've got calves to do. I'll nail them. I'll do a PB. I'm not going to back out now. And I've got triceps and abs to finish with. But these are the main exercises. I'll just get myself through the rest of the program. I'll try and PB everything, but my focus is going. I was also a bit distracted by the camera, so I was looking down. I could feel my weight going forward. So I had to correct it about 11th or 12th rep and look over the camera. So typically that wouldn't be the case. So it wasn't a great set technically at all. Almost was to J hooks on the way back. No, excuse me, my nose is running like crazy now. But again, I've made it this far. I could actually finish the program here and I'd be 75% okay with that. It's more than I would have done otherwise. So right at the end, I'm going to wrap it up. But that was a tough bit. Pretty much over and done. Okay, I'm done. The entire routine is over. That's legs, triceps, abs done. Okay, so the $1 million question. Still live, tick. Do I feel better having about an hour and a half, a little bit longer, of my leg day? My leg day for me is really hard. Maybe for you it's not so hard, or maybe it's even easy, but for me it's my hardest training day. So do I feel better, or do I feel worse even, or about the same? Short answer is, drum roll, I feel better. I feel better in two senses. First of all, the further I went through it, my nose started to actually clear up a bit, apart from running all the time, but it actually feels less congested. I've cooled down a bit now. I've had a chance to sort of just wind down from training. I feel really strong. I've got a bit of a pump. I'm doing a metabolic training program, so I've only got a minute between each set, and as quick as I can between exercises, and higher reps. So it's quite a confronting program. So you do tend to overcook anyway, because you're moving quite quickly and you're moving through high repetitions. So I feel great. Actually, I feel really good. So am I happy that I decided to go ahead and try it? Yeah, absolutely. Do I feel like I've suffered any ramifications from that, health-wise? No, I've got no fever. I feel fine. I've been drinking a ton of water all the way through it. I don't feel there's any consequences of training at all, zero. I know I started without a fever. I know I've finished without a fever. So physically and physiologically speaking, I feel great. I actually feel a lot better than what I did before I started. And the psychology of that is also really important. So I'm really happy with myself, proud of myself for, first of all, giving it a go and see what happens. You know, you can get maybe 5 minutes into the program and go, no, I'm not feeling this is not right, then stop. I was kind of doing those self-checks, you know, updating you guys with a video. So I was thinking my way through the whole process. It wasn't just slam, bam, just go through it. And, you know, I'm really happy that I did. So the psychology of it is very powerful, because I feel like I didn't have to miss that training day. I'm on 6 days of the week at the moment, so I didn't feel like I wanted to miss that training day, because it's hard to catch it up. So from all points of view, all perspectives, I'm really happy that I did that. But again, the caveat is I didn't have a high temperature, and I think that could be quite dangerous if you do. And at the end of the day, even if you don't, you're not sure, don't train. If you're on the edge, start training. See if your focus is still there. See if your focus and your concentration is okay. Push to the next exercise. See how you go. All right. What I'm going to do too at the end of this video, I'm going to release. I got 4 personal bests. Yes. Across 2 movements. That was the hip belt squat and core twists. So across 2 movements I got 4 personal bests, so I'm stoked. I'll show you that just to prove that I did, and I might even do a copy of the routine that I did so you can see the weights I lifted and the reps, just maybe just to say that I'm not bullshitting my way through this, I actually did this. So overall, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of that. If you're not sure whether you should train when you're a little bit sick and we're talking colds, predominantly here, we're not talking anything more serious than that, then maybe this is going to help you one way or the other. Okay, nice talking to you. Bye.